Hi guys, it's me, Athy. I had to change the way I use Bandicam for this particular playthrough, which I don't know how long it's going to last, to be honest, because it's really difficult. But it wouldn't target the actual window, so I've had to do it. So here's my desktop. Check it out. Ain't it pretty? So, this is the game we're going to be playing. It's called Long Live the Queen, and I know a few people like Cynical Biscuit have played it, but I actually watched his playthrough and thought it was hilarious, so I thought I'd give it a go. And if I end up calling it Prettiest Princess, it's totally Jessie and Cynical Biscuit's fault, because I'm a big fan of those guys. And if you haven't checked them out, go and do so. Jocelyn, King Dawaga, Duke of Caloris. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. ... I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 50th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. Sigh. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Just so you know, I am the biggest tomboy ever, and I do like anime, and I do like some cute things, but I have watched My Little Pony. I am somewhat of a fan, but I have 2 young kids, so I do end up watching shit like that. But I actually, when I watched this game, I thought it was going to be utter shit. Utter shit, because fucking look at it, for one. This girl has pink hair and massive eyes. Now I get the animating massive eye thing, and apparently people can be born with pink hair, and fair play, but it was seriously not a game I thought I would like. But this game is out to get you from step 1. It's trying to kill you. So I know it's super cute and precious too, and I get to be a pretty princess. Gross. But give it a fair chance. I have, obviously watched people play this, so I don't need to go through and do the tutorial. But I will give you a quick rundown. I'll start with mood. Currently I'm depressed, but my mum just died, so yeah. I'm apparently a little bit afraid, but that would also make sense considering I'm next in line to be queen, and these ones are neutral. I can either feel pressured or lonely, which is kind of depending on where these sliders are, depends on what skills I can learn. So if I'm lonely, then I can study medicine. If I'm angry, then I can study to fight and what was the other one? Military, that kind of thing. And if I'm yielding, then I'll be a better with court stuff, I think. Being depressed, I'm not. It's good for if I want to hang out with the animals, and being cheerful means I can have a really adorable face on, which probably will make me want to bath, but still. So this is the skills menu, and you can see currently, because I am depressed and my mood is actually, even though it's a different thing, the strongest feeling I have is depressed. I have minus effects on athletics, conversation, and royal demeanour, which means I can't study them. There's no point. And I could study these, but without the bonus it would be really hard. So currently I'm really only good at expression. Decoration is knowing how to dress oneself. And instrument is obviously to learn how to play music, and voice is to be able to sing beautifully. And animal handling, dogs can sniff out poison and stuff like that, so that's actually really helpful, but not until a bit later on. So once you've worked out where your bonuses is at, which is like obviously animal handling and expression, you click on the classes tab and you pick what classes you're going to do for the week. I'm going to go right ahead and do that because that's what my current mood is. You discuss the nature of beauty, looking around at landscapes, objects and people and comparing the aesthetic elements. You visit the kennels and learn about different breeds of dogs. So obviously because I'm depressed I have the bonus for that, which means I learned quicker. My name is Elodie in this as well apparently. What's all that noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins. Look at this fucking face. And my aunt and uncle. Darling, we were so terribly sorry to hear about your mother Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lodi. She's freaking cute. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yup, Mummy said we'll be here for all month. I can't read apparently today. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. So then this is the weekend and this is what we get to do. And each one will give you, you know, like that has no effect, that gives you +1 lonely, +1 afraid, that takes away your depressed, that gives you a cheerful, lonely and a yielding, and that gives you lonely and chillful and that kind of thing. So obviously because you want your mood sliders to affect what you're actually doing, you pick. I'm just explaining this. I don't know why I feel the need to explain everything, other than the fact that I'm trying to get you guys as into it as I am. I have many subscribers, but hey. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave the castle until my birthday. But at least we can have fun together here. Yay! Okay, so my mood has it changed? I don't think I'm as depressed. Yeah, I'm still depressed more than I'm anything else, but there is... But see, my expression has gone away, so I'm not nearly as... Oh, I'm more afraid than anything. So I could do agility and faith. I'm really not big on the faith stuff, which is kind of annoying, but it's true. Ugh. So I guess I'll do divination and reflexes. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. Nice, thanks. You learn that the gods cannot be forced to divulge information about the future, and that the most powerful omens are those which arrive unexpectedly. That's wonderful. What's that commotion outside, Father? What's going on? I have come to pay my respects in honour of your mother. You have no respect or honour. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. See, he's supposed to be like 40-something. People don't age in anime. What? I am a Lumen, as was she, and like every Lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the Crown Princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me and I have much to teach you. I'm fairly sure sending her away doesn't really do much, but I'm gonna arrest her. You are a traitor to the canon. I ought to have you executed. Guards! Arrest her. I don't usually get this dramatic. I'm just hyper today. Oh, now I'm angry. Lovely. Throw her into the castle dungeons and let her rot. Well, I suppose she won't be a problem anymore. Being afraid actually meant that I could study reflexes, which is good. You wander through the parts of the castle that other people rarely visit, but find little except spiderwebs. Yucky! So, again, I can do my reflexes, which is a good thing, and still faith, so I'll just do the same thing again. I guess divination would be good for predicting the future. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. You practice solo tennis, hitting a ball against the wall repeatedly in order to train your hand and your eye to react. Lovely. I'm such a loner. I may play sports on the weekends. Yay. Dropping your favourite plate is bad luck. A statue spontaneously shattering is a bad omen. Or very poor and shoddy work. You read about well-known signs of bad fortune. Whales turning sour, dry lightning. Strange fish caught in nets, malformed babies being born, and so on. This is very dark. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really, I just like to play with the flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger, a snake. Charlotte, don't move. Oh, sweet! With your quick reflexes, you grabbed a forked stick and managed to flip the snake away from you and your cousin. Eek! Get away, you horrible thing! You stomp loudly on the ground and the snake slithers off into the distance. What is going on out here? Mummy, there was a snake. What was a snake doing in the royal gardens? This is completely unacceptable. You could have been killed. Elodie scared it off. That's not good enough. I can't have my daughter remaining in such a dangerous place. We are returning home to Murmur at once. Rude? I just saved your daughter's life, Mum. Where's the thank you? Aww. Well, she sucks butt. Let's get some of my depressed away. Well, I guess I had better carry on with what I was doing then, which I don't think is really going to help me much. I could learn some dance, really, couldn't I? Let's do that. Let's get my shimmy on. You practice courtesying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. You read about signs that have presaged famous disaster. That's a weird word. Such as the seas running red before the doom shadow fell upon Nova 200 years ago. The castle seems quiet with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty though. It seems like we get more servants every day. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Oh, I'm lonely. Okay, see, I can now do herbs and battlefield poison, which is good because soon someone's going to ask me about a hospital, which is always a good plan. So I'll work on that. And court manners is a very, very good thing I'm learning. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honours. You learn that Willowbark can be used to relieve aches and fever. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? Whoops, I found that. No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Talassi. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences of the death of. Deeply regret. Best wishes. What a beautiful necklace. It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public though. People would think it meant something. Well, go me. Don't wear it. It's important to maintain the proper image. I'm going to continue on with that. So hopefully I will learn some flattery. You learn that it's important to make eye contact You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. You learn that a feverfew can be used to reduce tension and headaches. You learn that oil of cloves rubbed on the skin can relieve pain, particularly in the teeth. I knew that. That woman, the priestess, keeps staring at me. What do you want? Your destiny will find you, even if you run from it. You were born to wield the power of a lumen. What do you know about that? The power was your mother's and the kings and queens before her. It is your right and your responsibility to defend your domain. I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. Without that power, the land is defenceless. Well, what am I supposed to do about it? I'm only a 13-year-old girl. The Duchess of Ursa will teach you, if you set her free, but she never harmed your mother. They were friends. It is only because she bears the power of Lumen so openly that your father rejects her. I will free her. Very well, I'll see to it that she is released. Once she is free, speak to her and she will guide you. Well, I'm going to continue on with that. I'm going to switch to Battlefield though, and possibly public speaking. Oh god, I can't even do it. You practice tongue twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. You learn that wounds, even minor ones, should be washed as soon as possible to prevent dirt from growing under the skin. Well, that is also lovely. As you're walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. Uh-oh! You swiftly step aside and let her pass. Well, gonna keep on with what I'm doing. Public speaking and flattery is a good idea. So, you learn that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short. Gushing makes people feel awkward. You learn that it is always better to compliment people for their personality and their choices than their physical attributes. Well, that's true, yeah. You learn that blood loss wastes life energy. Bleeding should be stopped through bandages, pressure and elevation. You learn that minor burns should be cooled, washed and gently wrapped to keep them clean like a cut. Major burns and scalding, such as boiling oil, are untreatable on the battlefield. Yes. There's a man here to see you. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you'll have less money to work with later. Your Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow this much money to assemble the metal and a factory to mould the cast and type. With this system, it will be able to create new books in a fraction of time it takes now and makes copies and... yeah, that's awesome. But I turned you down anyway. First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. What crystal? The source of power for any lumen is a particular magical crystal. Once you've bonded with it, it becomes a part of you as long as you live. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now, except that the king may be keeping it from you. Do you have a crystal? Of course. She holds out her hand, light flickers above her bosom, and then, with a shower of sparkle, something takes shape. You reach out and touch it, and it dissolves away into nothing. Oh. It belongs to me. No one can take it from me until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you. I think I might delve into poison because I'm quite often, Or I see a lot of poisonings going on. As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognise the insult. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the Queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. The first treatment for most ingested poisons is to purge the stomach by forcing the victim to eat powdered charcoal, which can... Wow. Okay. I didn't know that either. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back, says Banion, Duke of Mari. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixonite, oh god, that's a weird word, occupation of the county of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. I know there's been some problems with Ixon, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying southern Mari. I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats from Ixon and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. If I might say so, you are looking particularly lovely this day. I hope you will think fondly of me. Is he flirting with me? He's almost as old as my father. Gross! Gross! Okay, I'm feeling quite yielding. So my skills, royal demeanour and hastily. We're going to go with foreign affairs. We are going to learn presence. You study the relationship of Nova and its nearest neighbours. The borders have been mostly peaceful in recent years, except for the problems with Ixen to the south. However, trouble may be brewing in Prettiest as well. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in a mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are forced to be reckoned with. Sweet. The representative from Ixon is here. Be careful, no one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with, bitch. Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones. No, we will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbours again without any lives being lost. That is not acceptable. All the land north of the river belongs to us. We are willing to offer you some payment in exchange for the inconvenience you have suffered, but nothing more. I believe we could settle the matter for 8,000 golden lassie. Holy shit. Very well. Just gonna do the same crap again. 4 years ago, the Duchess of Hellas tried to foment an insurrection in northern Ixon, just over the Galbian River. Oh, that's crap. I don't want any of that, sorry. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and let the energy surround you for others to share. There are reports that a Keyfong has been... what's a Keyfong? A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. Eek! Several disappearances in South Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures and would only make it angry and waste more lives, so we just let it eat people. Everyone dies in the end. on, man, I want to be able to do some fighting. We're not angry enough yet. So what did that get me? I can still do history and what I'm doing. Okay. You read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was the centre of a great empire spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. You practice deep breathing exercises, learning to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crown funding for a project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizens afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Centralising resources could help people who don't have doctors of their own. Invest! I'm trying to get angry enough so that I can actually learn other things. Oh my god, what does anger do for me? Apparently not a lot. Oh my god. If you wanted to read that, pause it. You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random moments. Wow. My teachers are awesome, man. You're requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg my pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could hear her. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's just as it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke me mum's arm. Lied to her, they did, when she went to see why he'd not come back. Said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. My London accent popped out then. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. Murder is a serious crime, but imprison the bitch. You've tried to murder a noble of my domain, and I have no reason to believe you wouldn't do it again. You will be in prison for the rest of your life. You'll not have me. All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed. You grope for a weapon and only find a heavy golden ornament which you hurl in her direction. Failed. Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guard steps into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Clean that up. Yeah. See, now I'm pissed. Pissed. Military and weapons. Let's do this. Let's do strategy. Weapons. I would love to learn some archery. Thank you for offering. You learn how to twist and wax bowstring from a variety of fibres. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons in battle formations. As you're walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. Whoops. That's funny, I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. Dad, what happened to Mum's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine! Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're a crown queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want, but for now, you're still a child. And I'm pissed because Daddy said so. You learn to cut, fletch and tie arrows. You learn about different styles and styles of bow, long, short and recurve. You study the effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. You study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation in making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. Remember that the festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. As Queen, you will be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. However, you are not yet crowned. This is not required and it may not be safe to expose yourself. What do you mean, not safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There is a letter for you as well. It's from Bryony. I went to school with her, but she's a couple of years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin has been acting strangely lately and shouting at the shadows. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. I want to stay angry for a minute. Though I shouldn't have really. Bugger. I should have done more on this. Uh-oh. I better do public speaking. That's what I should do. Public speaking and more weapons. We'll do swords. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of a room. You memorise lists and sonnets, then recite them for your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. You have unlocked a new outfit. You take up a wooden sword and practice correct grips and stances. Booyah! Today is the procession and planting for the festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment if we lose you. There is no recovery. Well, I don't think my public speaking is up high enough. I'm not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever, and I bet I fuck it up. My little girl. Gosh, you prepare the best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. Failed. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed and all the attendants join in song. The procession regroups to return to the castle. Okay. Dad, what really happened to Mum? She was a Lumen, a magic user. It was meant to be in reserve to defend our domain, but she insisted on... You don't need to hear that. She used magic, it drained her strength. She thought it was harmless and it wasn't. Eventually her heart just stopped. That's why I don't want you involved in it. Right, well... PPP, prettiest princess. I should probably have waited to do that, to be honest, shouldn't I? Poo. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode. If you completely hate it, tell me in the comments. If you don't mind it, then continue to tell me in the comments. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I find it quite hilarious. But thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.